The town of Baarle is a small town located on the border between the Netherlands and Belgium, and it is considered one of the strangest borders between two countries in the world. This border may seem like a small mess, but behind it lies a strange story of political divisions, a long history of tensions, and unique solutions that are truly astonishing. Baarle is unique in that it sits between Belgium and the Netherlands, and in some parts of the town you'll find streets, houses, and businesses straddling both countries. This means part of a street or building is in the Netherlands, while the other part is in Belgium. Some might think this is a mix-up of borders, but the reality is that this situation arose due to a series of historical events and territorial divisions that weren't necessarily well thought out. Let's dive into the historical details of the town and explore how the border between the Netherlands and Belgium could be more than just a geographical line. In many places, such as Baarle, there are locations where the borders overlap, but they belong to two different countries. The most bizarre aspect of Baarle is how the borders intertwine in a chaotic way across streets, homes, and businesses. In some cases, you might find a store that extends over the border of both countries. In some instances, a single house may have its front yard in the Netherlands and its backyard in Belgium. This overlap creates many challenges and special circumstances that impact daily life in the town. Historical borders. The border between the Netherlands and Belgium hasn't always been this chaotic. In fact, there were long periods of time when the borders were clear and unambiguous. However, after long political treaties and conflicts between the two countries, the borders evolved into what they are today. In 1839, a treaty was made between the Netherlands and Belgium to define the territorial differences, but this treaty didn't take into account unique cases like Baarle. Challenges and special circumstances. The current situation in Baarle is filled with peculiarities. Some people living in the town have to deal with different laws and working hours depending on which side of the border they live on. For example, if you're on the Dutch side, taxes and local regulations may differ entirely from the Belgian side just next door. Additionally, there are issues with public services like electricity and water, where the infrastructure spreads across both countries. This means that in some cases, residents must contact different services depending on where they are in the town. Unique solutions. To manage this unique situation, authorities in Baarle have come up with several interesting solutions. For example, there were specific areas of the town where floating borders were established, meaning the border points could shift depending on political conditions. There were also annual meetings between Belgian and Dutch officials to coordinate their legal systems. Social conditions in Baarle. Despite these strange borders, the residents of Baarle handle these challenges practically and simply. What's surprising is that the people from both sides cooperate and understand each other, recognizing that the border is a political division, not a social barrier. Despite these challenges, everyone shares the same local culture, which aligns with everyday life. Conclusion. The town of Baarle stands as a living example of how politics and history can influence daily life. While the borders between the Netherlands and Belgium may be complicated and strange in Baarle, the town's residents have proven that cooperation and understanding between countries